Hello! Today we're going to be going over a full guide on prison life along with some helpful tips and tricks on each team. So today we are going to start with the prisoner team and then go to the guards team. So you start on the guards team, you spawn here, obviously, and well, it's pretty plain and simple. There will be a lot of players talking and screaming a bunch of racist crap when you're in an actual game though, so I would be advised. And sometimes I can't record because they will play copyrighted songs and be really annoying on the things that we're gonna talk about. So let's get started. You spawn in here. And you spawn right here. There will be a lot of people in here. We'll get to the rest of it in a second, but we have all these cells around here and everything just like a person would look. But if you're on, okay, so look, if you look on the right in this one right here, there is a knife in it. It probably won't be there. Maybe somebody took it if it's not there, or you're just looking in the wrong cell. So yeah, and I also will have a tip for weapons. So anyway, this doesn't really do that much damage, by my experiences. I've never killed an officer with it, maybe once or twice, but other than that, never really killed an officer with it. I don't think you can really, it's not that easy. Maybe you can run around like this. I don't know, because the sword instantly kills people. So yeah, it's yard time, that's a good time, because that's what we're going on to next. Yes, it's a beautiful yard. So this is where you can play basketball, just shoot some hoops. See? You can also climb up here, but I'm pretty sure it's meant for VR players only. Sort of hard to climb on console. Alright, and over here, there is another knife, which probably also will maybe be taken. You can actually hold this down and just dash. And this is where you're supposed to work out, but this isn't really such a good workout area. But there's also a hammer here, which is the same model as the knife, and the knife is literally just a small sword. This is a very small sword, minimized to the maximum, with a skin on it. You can see up here. Here, let me show you an example. You can see the sword. So yeah, you can also do this. Makes more sense. And there's also two ways to escape. This way, which I'm pretty sure is meant for VR only. Well, really, unless you're an experienced console player, unlike me. See example here. Yeah. Not that great of a console player sometimes, but other times I can be. But the easy way to escape is you go right here, you jump on this, and then you just don't touch any buttons and you're good to go. And then you run over there, and then you run off. But there could be we will get to this in a second. But on to the lunchtime area. Up here is what time it is, and yeah, you obviously know. Then we have the meals ready for the prisoners, although prisoners don't really follow that much of rules most of the time, so there's no point in adding all these map details. It used to say coming maybe 2020 right here, but now this is gone, so this is no longer going to be a thing. Who knows, it probably will be, but whatever. So, you pick up your meal, you sit at a table, you want to chat or something, but most prisoners don't do that. And there also will be spawn killing cops in your server, I bet there will be, so try to just stay in your prison cell and hide, because they never really aim for the prison cells. I would recommend this one right here. This is a really good one. Actually, wait, no. I'd recommend this one, because you're hiding behind a wall. You can't be really found unless you start screaming, or like they're just looking at all the prison cells. Other than that, if there's like spawn killing going on, just run in there if there's 1,000 people in the room. If you're the only one being spawn killed, then I'm sorry, better luck next time, just join a different server. But anyway, yeah, so it's currently yard time. Now it's lunchtime. This is where you would grab your lunch. Then there's that McDonald's one, which a lot of people actually used to pick up a lot. We will get into this one in a second when we're with the cops. If you want a kind of good hiding spot, then this is an alright hiding spot. They can obviously see your username up here, but if they're stupid, or they just don't have their show usernames turned on, or they can't really see you all, and they can't really see all that well, then maybe I don't know, maybe you can hide here. If they turn if they turn off see usernames, then maybe you can hide there. But most of the time they don't turn it off. So this is for prisoners. Prisoners can only pass during free time and yard time, and when exiting. If you don't comply, you may be shot. This is the red line. But nobody ever follows this. There's no point in even having this red line here. What does it matter? You can just keep the red line. But yeah, no, most of them don't comply. And here's the solitary. You might be put in here. I don't know why. Sometimes they just randomly put you in there. I'm not sure why. But yeah. Here's the other red line. This is just a red line. So basically there's another way to escape over there if a cop lets you out. And here's one of those other trees, but it might be easier for them to find you. Actually, this might be a harder spot. This might be an easier spot to hide. So, anyway, so once it's yard time or free time, you will try not to go in the armory. That's the thing I try not to do, because if you go in the armory, you are guaranteed dying 99% of the time. You will die. So there's just some mention there. This is where if some cop makes a mistake, presses the button, and there's 1,000 prisoners at the door, they're all escaping. If some of them have guns, then that cop is dying and they're all getting out, and it's all that guy's fault. There is another door over there. It is the yard one. So if they unlock that door as well, they are completely they're on their fault. They shall admit to fault, even though admitting to fault is not really in this game. I don't know why this frisbee is here. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use it. And then we already seen this. Speaking of which, this is a basketball I took over all the way to here. Why not? Let's do it again. So, again, escape. So, I will be talking about this on the cop team as well, so this might be a good thing to do. It already says it in the game, but I got a little bit more in depth of a conclusion here. Alright, so you go on this thing, you can run on it, and then you can run over here. Or, in my case, if there's no sniper over here, I'm gonna run all the way around to check around. Just make sure there's no cops nearby, or any cops behind you with a shotgun or a burst, or you are completely dead. If you don't have a weapon, of course. But this is the sniper I like to grab, so I would grab it if I were you. So be careful. If you have cops following you, I'm pretty sure the prisoners are gonna help you kill them. Alright, then you just jump out of here, and you're good. There's another way to escape and go back in the prison without having to use that gate. You just go through here, and you can go right back in and raid the shit out of this prison. Alright, so let's say now we escaped and we killed all the cops. Now we just run over to the gun area to check what's going on over there. Now I'm going to show you Alright, so I'm going to show you over here and give you a little bit of an overview. So it'll usually have this blue truck right here, and it says gun plus Russ. I'm not sure what that means. I mean guns point Russ. I'm stupid. Anyway, there's another one of these trees you can hide in, but it obviously won't work. It probably will, considering all the walls are red, but still. Alright, so you will if none of these weapons have been touched, then you will see a burst assault rifle, a shotgun, a trip mine, a pistol, and a grenade. So These are all good for a reason. I will go over these. I will go over this in a second. I have a lot of tricks for this mine. But, let's just say so the shotgun is pump action. So every time you shoot it, there's a delay. Do not spam the button, because it'll actually delay the shot. See, it does that clicking noise. So you want to get it at a right angle. Right after it pumps, I would recommend shooting it because you get a better fire rate. But it's not all that easy, because even I have bad experience with it. No, I don't want this despawning. Then we got the burst assault rifle. It shoots 5 shots at a time. And, I didn't know you had to hold it down in order to do it. You can do single fire, 3 fire, 2 fire, 4 fire, whatever you want. So you wanna continuously spam it after it ends the burst, because it does a lot of spam and it does a lot of damage. And then finally we got the pistol, the one you might think is actually the most useless weapon. No, actually, it's not. You can hold it down and then it continuously fires and never stops. And you can keep easily just firing it, but you can't. I would recommend holding the button down. It does a lot of damage, actually. It just takes it just looks like the most useless weapon in the game. Then the grenade. You hold it in your secondary, and you hold it down. You throw it at a right angle, and then there you go. You just gotta make sure you get it on them, or they won't be hit. Now the mine, you can put it basically anywhere you want. So you can put it right there, and once a cop walks in, just boom. I was kind of expecting. So, like, let's say a cop walked in. It would do 2 beeps, and then it would take a little bit of a delay, and then it would explode. Now, that grenade, you've already heard it. It just explodes when you throw it. This is a targeting range. You can really do anything, honestly. If you want to practice your shots, it's a good area. I'd recommend being careful of cops, though, because they can hear your gunshots. Alright, exiting the guns area. We got this house right here that was added pretty recently. It's still under construction, as it says here. Under construction, Bob AS. I don't know what that means. I think that's the creator. Then we got the burst assault rifle, what I just showed you. Then you climb up here. You better get up here quick. So, like, let's so climb over here. Climb on this spot so you can get over here faster. And then jump over there. And now let me show you the sniper rifle. The sniper rifle is a scoped weapon, and it does do a thing. So, yeah, it does do. It has a little. You have to you just cock it back, and it does. It's delay. Yeah, because it's a sniper rifle. But the funny thing is that when you're no scoping, the bullet drop is actually less. This is actually a really good weapon for no scoping. That's why it's so easy to it's easier than most sniper rifles in the games to hit no scopes with, because mostly it's dead end in the middle and there's not really any bloom. And the scope, you gotta get really high if you want to get a farther place. See there? That's a good one. Now that's how the sniper rifle works. It does pretty well. It's actually my favorite gun in this game. So I will show you back to cell and lockdown in a minute and show you what it does. You will know what it does because you will play this game. But anyway, alright, let's just say you've escaped and you just want to immediately go over here. So there is, so this is what we call the prison shack or the bunker. But, I usually just call it we usually call it the prison base. That's what most people call it. I call it the prison base. I call it really anything. We will get back to this mine in a second, or any mine that's in this building. I will show you a little trick that I've showed a lot of people. Now we have 3 burst assault rifles and 1 shotgun with a key card and a mine. And we also have an intercom that you can speak through and everybody can hear you. Just don't be annoying, please. I'm begging you. Don't be acting like stupid loud or anything. It's just really fucking annoying. Please don't do that, and I will respect you. And as long as your voice is not too light, or you're not using any of the voice changes, you're fine by me. Just don't, for the love of God. I'm fine with the darker voice changer, but please, for the love of God, don't use the higher pitched voice changer. But anyway, back on topic. We have a selection of guns. They will probably be gone, but there used to be a trick with the sniper that you could shoot these things a mile away and they would literally go all the way over there sometimes. And then we have our little radio. I got an idea for this, so there's nothing really to do with it. Just play some vibes along with the boys. And then we got these houses you can hide out in. They're pretty good to hide out. You can there's multiple of them, so it's really easy to just get through them. These are the 3 biggest houses. That's the most favorite house because it's probably the most worked on one with a bunch of lights and shit in it. Oh, by the way, Rec Room, please add drivable cars. Anyway, again, back on topic. You see this. I am that one. So every time it says 1 or 2 or more, that means how many prisoners have escaped and gone out of the prison. So if it says 0, then none are out. But I am currently the only one in the server because I made a private server for this video specifically. So you see, I am that one. If I was on, let's say, the guard team, it would be 0. If someone escaped, it'd be 1. If it was more escaped, it'd be more than 1, obviously. And then, in this red house right here, if you go to the back room and you go in here, there is a little area you can hide out in as well. A lot of people know about it, but some people don't, so, good to teach. I think it's the same in the yellow house as well. No, actually, no, it's not. That's surprising. Alright, so apparently it might only be in the red house. So, let's check in here. Yep, it has it too. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure where the grenade launcher is, so I'm not going to cover it in this episode. It might actually be over here. I am not completely sure. I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to leave it alone. So, it's in the red house specifically, is where the freaking... I can't really say it on YouTube. Can I? No, I'm probably not allowed to. Anyway, the grenade launcher actually might be on the edge of the map somewhere. I'm not completely sure. It might even be in this wooden house right here. I'm not sure. But again, let's get to this little destroyed wooden house. Yeah, it's just another kind of, one of those feeling houses. So, yeah, this is also a good area to hang out, because not a lot of people really go there. Yeah, this map is pretty good. I like it. I'm gonna also teach you another thing that a lot of people actually mistake. So I have to go all the way over there, unless I have to go all the way to the prison to do it. You see right there? You see those fences? Fences like this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if the fences have triangles on them, do not touch them. They will kill you, and they will send you back to the spawn. They won't exactly kill you, they'll just throw you back to spawn and drop your weapons. So let's see if this one does it. Well, apparently this is the only one with the triangles that doesn't do it. So, yeah, there you go. This is the only one that doesn't do it. Every single one in the prison does it, though. Let me show you an example. We have to get to the prison. So this might take a bit. This is going to be a very long video. This is probably going to be my longest video there ever was. Hey! Anyway. So, again, go through this hole. So let's say you're raiding the prison. And you go through that hole. I'd be careful because cops will open that door and try to kill you. A charge of them. So let me show you the fences I was talking about. So when you jump on them, you die. And you get sent back to spawn. And you probably will rage quit and get mad. So it is breakfast time, you will go back over here. But that's really about it for the prisoner guide. Oh, by the way, this is where you respawn your weapons if you don't want your weapons anymore. So I will show you that in a minute. Alright, that's about it for the prisoner team, so let's go on to the guard team. Alright, so this is the guard team. You spawn on these little pads here, it's pretty obvious, and you will have this thing up here that says how many prisoners have escaped. You see now it's 0 because I'm the only one on the server and I was just a prisoner that had escaped. And there's now this button that says stuck. Press this button to spawn in a random guard tower. This might be my favorite feature in the game now for a guard because I like snipers. So yeah, you can clearly see. So the first thing you will notice is this button right here, probably. Or the armory, or the many prisoners outside the door trying to kill you and getting inside. So, you will also see this. Button ready. Yes. Emergency lockdown. When you press this, emergency lockdown will begin. Lockdown begins at late at night in this game as well. It begins at like 20, it begins at, it's like at 24 when it starts. And you see, this prison cell will be closed. That's why there is one of these things. It'll be pretty obvious, but just to point it out there. So, there, just make sure no prisoners get out and no prisoners get any guns unless you're trying to help them, which I do not advise. But still, if you're doing that, then, yeah, let's just not talk about that. So, this door, it doesn't really matter if prisoners get in here, because they can't really escape. Either way. So, if you're getting, like, shot at or something, or you just don't want to be seen, if they don't have usernames on, then, or sometimes they even hide your username, then you can hide in here. You might want to crouch, though, so maybe they can't see your username for sure. But, it doesn't really matter if a prisoner gets back here, and just I just prefer them not to be back there. Alright, but let me show you, the selection of weapons you have in the armory. So on the top, you have a bunch of pistols, which will probably be the only weapon if there's 1,000 people in the server. There is this row of shotguns. Hey, hold on.
What did they do?
Hold on! Oh my god, shut up.
So many guns.
Anyway, so this row is full of shotguns. This is where most of the shotguns will probably be taken. And this is a row of burst with a shield. The shield will be 99% of the time taken. And if you're in a full server full of prisoners with guns, these are probably the only guns left, and a little bit of guards will have them. And it'll be a rare case if you find another one. Again, here's another intercom right here. Do not like conveniently be mad or like be loud. It literally says right here, do not. Yeah, I should not be encouraging do not help prisoners, although nobody follows that rule at this point. Nobody follows don't kill innocent prisoners. Barely anyone does. I'm also kind of guilty for it. No mic spam. That's the one I really don't like. And also no spawn killing. The spawn killing and mic spam are the worst ones in this game mode because people love doing it. But anyway, you can see that lockdown has ended and it is now lunchtime for the prisoners. But now let me show you what I mean when you, so I'm gonna grab a shield and a shotgun. Oh, be careful when you drop your weapons, you will drop your shield, so if you're trying to give your partner a weapon, immediately pick up the shield. Just a warning. Anyway, so, the easiest way to unlock these doors is to grab the shotgun and just slap it. It's the easiest way, or just, like, tap it like this. You just tap the button. Or, even on VR, it does the same thing. But I feel like it'd be easier to do anything on VR. So let me show you. Let's just try it with the shield first. And you see when you touch it, it goes in. When you touch it with the shotgun, there it goes. And, yeah, just to make sure when you want to kill a prisoner, but you don't want to keep your weapons, so prisoners want to kill you. So, there's multiple cases for that, just in case, like, you're about to die and you don't want the prisoners taking your guns or something. Then you see this, tap to change team, you jump on it and you press it. But I'm not going to do that right now. So, remember what I was saying? We'll get back to this area with the guard. So if you press this right here, it'll unlock this door, and you gotta make sure no prisoners get through when you're going through here. And also, when you press this door, you gotta make sure no prisoners go through here. If you want to be one of those people that follows the line rules, a lot of guards actually follow this rule, but a lot of prisoners don't. Some prisoners don't, at least. But some guards take it too seriously and even do it at yard time. They still kill them and stuff, or free time. But anyway, let's get back to the area. Now, if they have weapons, they won't be easily able to kill you as long as you just maneuver your way around. They are pretty terrifying sometimes. But anyway, let me show you what I mean. So go on the, okay, so go over here. It literally says right here, guard stands here. Prisoners can't jump up. But the truth is, they can, because they can, I'll just show you that in a second. But I would so like stand here, it's just that simple. It literally gives you a tip right here. So yeah, there you go. So, by the way, if you touch this fence, you will die as well. It's clearly seen here. Now, let's just say you were going to raid the prison area with a pump, shotgun, and a paint shield. And let's just unlock the door, pretend we're going to raid the prison. Oh, wait, I forgot something. These are key cards. Do not let prisoners grab them, because if they grab them, they're going to be able to access really anything, and you don't want that. There is going to be VR players that are going to multitask. By the way, watch out for VR players. They can have 2 shotguns, or 2 bursts, or 2 weapons entirely if they're really willing to take that risk. Let's say they want a grenade launcher and a shotgun or a sniper or something, and they have it in separate hands. That'll be really overpowered. I don't know if you can... Yeah, it's pretty overpowered, but hey, you're gonna have to deal with that. But anyway, just don't let prisoners grab these, because if they do, they're gonna escape. Unless you're one of those cops that are so nice, you gotta break the rules. But anyway, let's get back to the thing I was saying. So we're going to raid the prison. There will be a lot of prisoners escaping, by the way. So let's say, fuck the sniper. Oh, by the way, you can't unlock that door. You can unlock the door right here. He recently added a thing. That's good. Because that wasn't there before, and he forgot about it. Whoops. Anyway. So, oh god. Anyway, when you're right here, or like right here, you want to watch out for mines or something, because mines usually will be placed. So just watch out, and we'll get to the mines here with the prisoners, or with any team really. So let's say we're raiding there. You also want to watch out for mines here, and you also want to watch out for every prisoner charging after you. If you're the only one, you're completely screwed. So if there's like no people here and there's make sure, do this. Check if there's a mine. If you hear beep beep, then that means there was a mine there. Then again, do it again. You will probably hear another beep beep. Be careful, because there's something I will show you in a minute. Just go around. If you hear a beep beep, try to run as fast as you can. Sliding works. But anyway, so again, welcome back to the intercom. If you tap it, it will make a noise. So yeah, if you really want to be one of those guards and just completely make a let's just say I place a mine like here, like everyone does. Cops will sometimes raid this area of prisoners, so I'd be careful if I were you. And yeah, so if you're a cop, you can also take over the area. Just watch out for prisoners. That's one thing you should do. And because those guys are pretty serious. Sometimes they'll allow you to be on their team just so they can get through things. Sometimes they'll do it, but you have to drop your weapons even though you might want to use it for unlocking things, so it makes it easier. But it works. And it's sad because I have to experience it every time I want to keep my sniper. They always ask me to drop my sniper. Yeah, it's sad every time. But anyway, let me just show you another couple of things. Anyway, so yeah, keep an eye on these towers. There could be prisoners around, and they're also outside the armory. There might be a crowd of 1,000 prisoners, like a freaking, I don't know, just psychopathic elephants outside your door with shotguns and bursts and grenade launchers and snipers. I'm mostly one of those people. Shut up. Anyway, so yeah, be careful. Here's a trick. Just do this. Just do this every single time. I mean, you could do this too, but it'll probably get you killed. This could probably get you killed because you are in sight. You could do this, but your shotgun will show. That could work, I'm not sure. I haven't actually tried that one. Again, the intercom, don't be annoying on it. You can also whack it. Just don't play copyright, just don't play music. Please, for the love of God, don't play your music. And also, make sure there's like no music playing in the background when you want to use the intercom or the mic entirely. Your mic entirely will depend on this game. So anyway, why don't we get started with the tips and tricks? Let's start with the guard team since we're already on it. So if you really want to do this, what you want to do is you want to kind of just try to let them in and see what happens. And then you immediately go out the door and shotgun them in the head. That's good for any team. Again, okay, let me show you. So, I'm gonna get back to this little thing I was talking about. So, just go over here. I would recommend getting a squad of cops so they can't go over here at all. If they have guns, you better be armed because they probably will have guns or weapons on them trying to kill you. So, again, just watch out. And there will be there sometimes is racism in this game, so that's, just, if you hear that, just try to ignore it and try, like, to evaluate things. I can never do it, but, best of luck to you. So let's say you're a sniper cop, and, you cannot scope in with the shield, so that's why you never see me with a shield on a sniper. Yeah, you did think that was a tactical movement, right? You thought that was tactical. Haha. But you want to be careful because, again, bullet drop. You might, if you miss your shot, they will see it and they will see a giant powder of things for about 5 seconds. So, you better make your shot worth it. There's usually snipers on the prisoner team, but if you got, let's say you're gonna sniper close battle. Now that there is truly scary because you don't know if they're good with a sniper or not. But my method, go into him, score him, try to get his head. It's a really good tactic. Again, less bullet drop when no scoping. That's why you see me no scoping all the time. And it works actually surprisingly well, more than I actually use it as a sniper without the scope, and I hit him most of the time. Pretty cool. They just added a night and day cycle in this game. Thank God they did. But anyway, yeah, there's not really that much tips and tricks for the guard. You could camp doorways, so every time they enter, you could just immediately shoot them, so they die. Now, let's go to a little electric fence to respawn and switch teams. I'll show you how to do that. I'm pretty sure you probably know how to do it. I just showed you earlier. Yeet. Alright. Tap to change team. So you see, it'll say guards full. So if the guards is full, you cannot join it. See as here. It'll say team full, you cannot join. It's mostly the prisoners, but if the guards are full, that means there's like probably not that much prisoners. If people are mic scamming, you can either mute them or go on your watch settings, voices I can hear, friends, or create a vote kick. Vote kicks never really work in this game. Let's go on the prison team and let me show you something. Alright, so the little tree tactic I showed you, that's a little tip. Alright, let me, let's wait for, okay, so if you are, like, trying to hide a gun or a weapon, let's say the knife. Let's say the knife. And then, this doesn't really work that well because the knife kind of sucks. So you go to your little shortcuts menu. You scroll over to poses. Then you go to dance 1. And I gotta get used to these controls that they just add. And you want to hide it in the ground. You want to make sure and then if you want to kill them immediately, you gotta hurry up because this is not like a shotgun. You gotta do this specific thing with a sword or the shotgun. I mean the sword, yeah, just the sword. So let's wait for breakfast. Let's wait for it. Wait. Okay, so wait. You might be questioning, does the respawn thing work with the knife? Yes it does. See here? So if you want to respawn that, you can too. Let's wait until yard time, till we can show you a weapon tactic. A minute later, it is now yard time. So let me show you. So let's go over here. So yeah, this is how you escape. You know how to escape. I'll show you a tactic on the way there. So you want to always go. Okay, let me show you. You don't want to go direct on, because there's a way you can actually get away from them faster. You can immediately jump over here and start running, because then you get there faster and you will be ahead of them. Much better. You will be more ahead of them. So let's grab the sniper. I don't feel like going through the house to get a shotgun, which will probably be the gun you will find. But here's the thing. It's a really good, I want to show you something. It's a really good tactic. And you should use it all the time. So let's say, oh yeah. Let's just say, okay, since you're trying to hide your weapon in public, just start pointing. The cops will probably find this suspicious because some people actually do this. In fact, the last game I was in, people were doing it. So let's go in this prison cell. Now what you want to do, you want to put your thing all the way down. All the way down. Next thing you want to do, you want to catch him by surprise. So they might not see your gun. It shoots right through the bed. See? If you aim down though, sniper at least, it'll just shoot wherever you're pointing, see? Anyway, just catch him by surprise, and then when you kill him, you're like, I had a shotgun the entire time. A burst, I would not suggest. I would suggest using a shotgun for this because it's the best one. It just splats at them, and they don't know where it came from because it doesn't have the little indicators like on basically every other game. Like Call of Duty, for example, it has those things, but not in Rec Room. Here's another tactic. Again, the tree. And if they don't see you, okay, hold on one second. Okay, anyway, so, it won't really work with weapons, so, you're gonna have to, like, hide. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna do this. You wanna look behind. and you want to put it down, and then you turn around, kill them. It's a good way. And another way to go faster, and where they can't hit you, just jump over them, start sliding around and stuff under them and stuff, so they can't hit you when they're trying to spawn kill. Sometimes they will give up, or they'll just keep trying. It works really well if you're trying to dodge bullets. It's a really good tactic, and it also kind of makes you go faster. I'm not sure. It does make you go faster. And you see, it does respawn it. Now we have to wait until free time to show you another one. So let's just wait for free time. After nearly 5 minutes later, it is finally free time. So what was I doing again? Oh yeah, showing you some tactics outside the prison. Alright, so again, I'd recommend doing kind of a swig swag motion too, so they can't really hit you as easily. They probably will catch up to you though, so I'd be careful. Just do this tactic if they're trying to hit you. Want to jump out immediately and be really careful. And now you just kind of want to run for it. And now what you want to, and also what you want to be careful of that little stub right there. That's the thing that'll get you. So what you want to do is you want to immediately slide over here, and then grab a gun, and then try that. Then they'll die probably, depending how good you are. But anyway, let me show you a tactic with the mine in this location. So a lot of people, yes, they will put it right there, but I recommend putting it right there. It's a good idea because, well, they won't expect it. It'll be easily seeable, but still, it's a good place to put it. But it's like basically putting it up there, except you have more area to shoot it from, and it's not as bad. Another good area is behind the tree. That's not what I meant to do. Fail. Whoops. Anyway, let's try that again. Behind the tree. Okay, and you know what? No, not behind the tree. It doesn't really work that well when it's behind the tree. What you want to do is you actually want to put it right there. Then they can't see it, and then in a moment's notice, they die. It's a pretty good place to put it. So, yeah, it's a good place to put it. Another good place to put it is right here. So let's say they're behind the desk, and they just come around, and then they hear the bomb, boom, they're dead. Although I would recommend putting it the other way, because it'll probably do more damage anyway. Another place you can put it, right up there. Although they will easily see it, it will kill them pretty instantaneously. See, it'll spread around, yeah, that's a good place to put those around. So I'm gonna grab this again because we're gonna go over here now. So what people will usually do is they'll put it like right here or something. My suggestion is that my suggestion is just straight up putting it here. Because a lot of people actually don't put mines in here, and once they notice it, boom, they're freaking dead. Another good one is actually putting it in here. Because they won't realize it. It's a really good hiding spot because you can seep right through. But speaking of stuff like that, I'm gonna show you something that I've taught a couple of people actually myself. It's a really good one. So and I'll have another tip about the mine. It's just more than just placing it on a wall, which actually a lot of people ask me to do. So you see this light right here? Boom! If you throw it at the right angle, they can't see it. Right now they for sure can see it, but sometimes they won't because they're blind and they don't look at the roof. So anyway, let's try this again. Get at the edge of the desk as much as possible and throw it in the light. and boom, it is completely invisible, and once they go under it, they don't know where it's at, boom, they're dead. Another one, okay, so what, this is good for bursts and snipers, especially snipers. Here's why. It's because you can put this at the edge of your gun. You can even do this with a shotgun because it does instant damage and it has a better spread. Any gun is good, really. I would say the burst is probably one of the best because you can start spamming right after. The sniper, though, has to be the most requested one because you can turn your sniper instantly into a shotgun by simply shooting the sniper rifle. So you put it on the barrel of the sniper rifle. So let's pretend I have a sniper rifle right here. So let's just put it right there. It'll kind of look like this. And then once you shoot it, kablam! It's a literal shotgun. You could do it with the bomb. You could do it with this too, but you can't shoot it. So what you can do actually, you can put it on. They won't realize it. You just charge at them with a speaker, and then they hear beep beep beep. You drop it and run. It won't work that well. It's a good one though. All right, boys. Well, I'm afraid that is all I had for today. Okay, I'm sorry, boys, that's all we had for today. If you had any more little questions or any suggestions, put them down in the comments below. I'm sorry for not posting in a while. I was taking a little bit of a break, especially since 4th of July was around. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. This